Today on Low Carb with Jennifer, I'm going to show you how to make a Jimmy John's Unwich sandwich. Well, hello. Today we're doing something a little different. It's so easy, but I know that it seems easy, like looks may be deceiving with this Jimmy John's Unwich sandwich. It's like, how do you make this glorious keto-friendly sandwich? Or you could just go to Jimmy John's and order one. They are perfect for anyone following keto. They're so good. But you know, sometimes you just want to save some money. You don't want to go to Jimmy John's, or maybe you don't have a Jimmy John's near you. So let's make an unwich. We're going to use iceberg lettuce. I think this is the best lettuce and this is what they use. And we've just got some basic toppings, basic sandwich toppings, but you can put whatever you want on it. So before we get started, I'm going to show you, I cored out the iceberg lettuce. I just slammed it on the counter, and then I just kind of cut the edges a little bit and just pulled the core out. Just makes it a little bit easier to get these outer leaves off. If you have any outer leaves that are kind of just flimsy, like this one, it's got holes in it, we don't want to use that. So I'm going to set that aside. We want leaves that are not, that are more on the inside, that look really nice and big, like this one. And you only need a couple. So you want to carefully pull the leaf from the outside of the lettuce. That one was not so great, but it'll do. So we're gonna lay them out on our paper. I'm gonna get one more. 3 leaves is a good amount. Okay, we've got our 3 leaves. It's just kind of making a flat, leafy surface. So now, what I've noticed with Jimmy John's is they put the meat and the cheese first. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some slices of turkey right in the center, like this. Maybe 3 nice big slices of deli turkey. And then I'm gonna put a couple of pieces of cheddar cheese. And then I've got some bacon. And when you make bacon at home, you can use the good bacon. You know they don't use the good bacon. You know, they use some cheap bacon. They don't use the good bacon. And then we're gonna slice, we have some sliced tomatoes. So I'm gonna layer on a few sliced tomatoes. And you can see that is looking really good. So for the finishing touches, I'm going to put some Dijon mustard, or you can use whatever mustard you want. A little bit of mustard. And some mayo. I like to use a really good quality mayonnaise. You know Jimmy John's doesn't. One that doesn't use any kind of soybean oil, seed oils, any junk like that. This one uses avocado oil. It's made by Primal Kitchen. Seed oils are bad news. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on there. But hey, if you want to use Hellmann's, go ahead. There's nothing. Keto, I think, is, take the steps, some small steps every day, takes you to ultimate health. So we've got our unwich all ready to roll. And this is the tricky part. So we're going to carefully look at it and just kind of like think about it and how we're gonna do this. And then we're just gonna go for it. So I'm gonna tuck in the edges right here. And then I've got this on parchment paper. I forgot to mention that. That's just so I'm not making a mess on my countertop. You don't really need to wrap it up in parchment paper, because look at this. Since we put a nice big layer of lettuce on the bottom, it's rolling up really nicely. So I just tucked in the edges a little bit, and now I'm just rolling it. And that's it. Look at that. That's a big, Jimmy John's unwich. So then we can actually cut it And another thing is, I don't like the idea of cutting through the parchment paper and the parchment paper getting in my sandwich. I don't know. So I'm gonna cut it on a diagonal. It's gonna look so nice. I'm holding both sides so they don't come unwrapped. And look at this. Look at that. You don't need the parchment paper. Let me zoom in. Look at that. Let me zoom in and show you this glorious sandwich. It looks so good. You don't need the parchment paper. It's ready to go. Now, if you wanted to take this to go, let's put it back together like so. Actually, I'm going to put it on an angle so it's easier to wrap. And you could wrap it up so you can take it for lunch. And then you've got your lunch. It's really that simple. So I'm gonna, and now it's probably all a mess, but anyway, I'm gonna unwrap it and get a bite. Nope, it's still good. That looks so good. That's a dang good sandwich. All right, guys. This was simple, but it's going to be very helpful for you when you want a delicious keto sandwich and you've got some lettuce, you want to stay keto, and you don't want to run and spend $5 on a head of lettuce at Jimmy John's. When you could make a whole week's worth of these for the price you could get one Jimmy John's. So anyway, guys, be sure to check out this recipe. Also, check out, or not really a recipe, check out, I don't know, just make this. And then go make this crustless pizza because it is perfect for meal prep too. You just make a skillet of this delicious crustless pizza and then you can divide it out into bowls and you've got lunch for 4 days. It's so delicious. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.